Bless up, bless up, bless up, bless up. A little bit dark in here, so but you just have to go work with it. Yeah. You need to get a brighter light in the room here. Alright, so my minute for now hear me loud and clear. Me now go shout, me can't shout. Um I'm not gonna be in a shouting thing right now. Yeah. So last night I did a a little commentary on this case. Yeah. But it was like a quick thing. And I wanted to do a more detailed, you see what I say, analysis of what happened. Yeah, so we can keep it objective. So may I say, yeah, India, Robert, big up yourself, my general. We over India. See? So yeah, because our no matter how we emotional about something, um we still have to keep an objective approach. You see what I say? With what is before us. So I want to maintain that objective approach. I don't want because me did thing there. Yeah, man, big up yourself, Romeo. Big up yourself. You know what I'm saying? I don't want because me already have some form of belief or feelings towards the sisters' account of the situation. It cloud my judgment. So I want to put the information forward and make we have a discussion upon it. You understand? I could try to stay objective. I could try to stay objective upon it. Big up yourself, Imhotep. And people because of time, you know, Imhotep and I will be discussing the whole maroon thing on Sunday, which is Sunday is a better day for you to discuss them things still. So Sunday we have more time, and Imhotep, you know, him depend on the work still. It's a matter. So Sunday we have more time for reason pan that. Because we have a whole heap of evidence we want to show the people them. See? So Sunday we'll forward upon the maroon argument. And what reason about the maroon them already, you know, so. But this we're gonna give a more detailed analysis of the whole thing with Curry and the whole maroon movement. Yeah. So last night I read the file, the case file last night. But of course, you know, so we get it and we did a rush through it and I read off a little phone. So I want to put it forward tonight where we can basically go through it together. Zane, we want to go through the case file together. All right. Big up yourself, unstoppable. So make we make we look on the case file and see if we can pick up what went wrong or right in the investigation. Zane, as me and Imhotep did a reason, there's a lot of discrepancies in the outcome. And I think, you know, I understand both sides. I understand people where still support the Nzinga. I may understand people who think that she needs help and people who think that she make up the story. Yeah. I understand both sides. I don't want to be subjective in the whole thing. So I understand both sides. See? So when I look back on the report we looked on last night. Zane, let's look back on the report we looked on last night. Zane, I'm going to try to pull up this report here and see if we can decipher it together. See? And you don't know, say a class this, so I learn the whole way I learn. See? So I could keep it objective. All right. So basically, the DPP cites serious credibility issues in Nzinga King case. Right. So them claims the DPP claim that there's some inconsistencies in her account of what happened, and I think that weighed heavily on the outcome. See, now I see a lot of people cursing out the DPP, but remember, people say the DPP cannot rule on a matter out of just emotions and out of just because the public is going a certain direction. The DPP is going to rule on the matter in that regard. And I know a lot of people have up the lady here, Miss Paula and Llewellyn. Me think say I don't think she's a great DPP. Me not think so. Me think that she dropped the ball in a lot of cases. And me think that people have her because she send people go to prison where a lot of people love. Yeah. So me know say people tied up in it, invested in the whole hatred towards this lady based on, yeah. When me think that she dropped the ball in a lot of cases, and some cases when me think that was a slam dunk, me don't know if she could have done a better job. But who am I? She's a woman who qualified to get the job what she do. You see? So who am I? Me not in her fear shoes. Me don't know the ins and outs. Me no research that area there. A lot of people talk and them don't have no knowledge of the type of work what she has to do. I remember say she work with a team. You see? So she can't just come forward after Indicom ruled or did an investigation and the deputy DPP and everybody came with inconsistencies in a Nzinga story, and she take it on her head and just say, you know what? No, I'm over, writing everything where you guys said, and I'm gonna rule in Nzinga's favor. She cannot do that because we're not talking about lawsuit. If she rule out of emotions or out of common sense, yeah, she can't rule out of common sense. She's a professional. She can't rule out of just the public want her to rule a certain way. Because remember, she can rule against, if case in point, let's say the police lady that Nzinga said cut her hair. Let's say that they had fired the policewoman. The policewoman could have turned around now and sue the state. And when the policewoman sue the state, who you think paying it? The taxpayers them. And Nzinga sue the state. Who you think paying it? The taxpayers them. You understand what I say? So people are going like lawsuit, civil lawsuit when they're suing the government. Andrew will need to pay the money. You see what I say? So we have to calm down sometimes and be more understanding of law and them things there. The lady can't come forward and just rule. Or the policewoman guilty and fire her and lock her up. And then when they go to court, them find inconsistencies in a Nzinga story. Because if them fire the policewoman or charge the policewoman or lock up the policewoman or whatever, and them go into the court, then go to civil court, the policewoman can file a civil suit against the government as well. So if there are inconsistencies in Nzinga's story, of course, they cannot rule on behalf of Nzinga. And I look at I'm not call him little because I guess him do the work and him qualified to be a liar. But him talk so much foolishness where I wonder if him a real liar. Right? Him know this, but maybe him still have to prolong the whole thing, forget the because what me notice with Nzinga's liar, him love to rile up the public. It's like him a one of the people who me think say in the society I try cause some form of unrest in Jamaica. It's like him say I'm a human rights activist, and I wonder sometimes if him really a human rights activist, or him just have a vengeance or a vendetta against the government because they may catch him with drugs and lock him up. You see me, as according to reports. See, me I wonder if that the whole thing. Like him, like somebody where I try prove back something, like me just see him as a person where I try prove back something like, yo, y'all did me wrong. That I want to pick up from him. You see, me find it disingenuous, him approach disingenuous. You see, I'm going to show you why I say so. See? Now, as to what me I say, the DPP cannot, see, the DPP cannot just go out there and rule in favor of Nzinga because she like Nzinga or because she thinks it. She thinks I saw it go. No, she have to deal with the facts or what is before her. What the report says, what Nzinga's statement says, and witnesses in the jail. Because people may say, oh, so yeah, use people in a lockup to be witness. Then people don't do it all the time. You watch, watch case files and all them something. You know watch cool case, watch all kind of things. A man they in a jail and talk what him do, and the person in himself come a court and testify against him and give information, key information, like, oh, he told me that the body is in the river. And then we dig up the river and find the body. You see what I said? That man will give the information, might get a little 10 years after I'm sentenced, or if I'm sentenced to life, he maybe get parole. You see what I say? Something for something. You understand? So I don't know where people get this idea that you can interview persons that were locked up at the time that are persons that are in jail. It's rubbish. Not go so. It's rubbish. Then we fabricate story if you get less time, but just means you can interview them and find out if the story, if one or two or three or four people, if 3 or 4 people's story is basically adding up to the same thing. You see what I say? So it's rubbish. Everybody does emotional and everybody know more than the DPP now, or more than the lawyer them. See? So Stan Ran said, Cooper, this is when we have a problem, Stan Ran. We have a problem with she pop them out. That's how me bother me. How she pop them out. Because trust me, I try pull out all one of my astronomer in my area. I tell you say that shit hurt, Virgin. That me I try pop out a piece of my area. And I tell you say, yo, me really have no ear for my head, but I try hold on an astronomer. That hurts. So me still, that's why I want to stay objective on this situation, yeah. Right? But me can't use common sense based on the evidence. You see? Me can't use common sense and say, oh, she never pop it out as somebody cut her hair. Because there are more than one reasons where me can look on and say, well, maybe she cut it. Maybe she, just like how she sneak in the phone in the jail, maybe she sneak in something else in the jail and cut her hair. We don't know. But that would be a black eye upon the police them if she had some instrument in the jail where she used cut her hair. So that would have to be a cover-up. Because that would be against protocol. Because what them supposed to make sure, even the phone that she said she get mashed up in the jail, she never have no phone. How she got a phone in the jail? You see what I say? She could have carried a knife. If she can carry a phone in the jail, in the cell, then she could have carried a knife and kill herself, or stab somebody and kill them. You see what I say? So, but is it far-fetched that she had something in the jail? No far-fetched. Me go to jail and see knife in a jail. You see? Me see knife in a jail and cutlass in a jail. When me go to jail. See? And one day me go there for. One day I went to jail for. Me say knife and cutlass in that. Knife and cutlass. And razor and them something in a jail. Where people use and cut up people all the time. Stop going and know them something there. Knife and razor all kind of something in a jail. Man, people smuggle it in a food and all kind of things. We don't know. What if she define a little razor or a razor on the ground or a glass bottle or something, whatever? Me no want use common sense when I deal with a such situation here. More I deal with what is before me. So I could see what going on. So, see? No. It has said the Director of Public Prosecution, DPP, has found there were serious credibility issues in reviewing the complaint brought by Nzinga King. the 19-year-old Clarendon Rastafarian who claimed her dreadlocks were cut by a policewoman while in custody. The DPP, Paula Llewellyn, today ruled that there should be no criminal charges against the cop. The Independent Commission of Investigation, INDECOM, had also made a similar finding. Seeing people now want to say that INDECOM working with the police because them are some ex-police. Well, what people INDECOM send go to prison, you know? Me know police personally where INDECOM send go to prison. I do time in a prison right now. There was a shooting with some children, some teenager, where they must say go upon a move, and the police them drive them down and catch them down at Must Maxfield, and fire shot in the car, I think, and the police them they are prison. I need to come investigate that case there. So this whole idea that because INDECOM ruled in the favor or never ruled in favor of the person where bring the complaint. Me not support that. Me not say corruption not exists, but why would INDECOM? You know what? Me no know. Me not buy into that. So recommendations that no criminal charge be laid against a female police officer in respect of the allegation made by Ms. King involving the cutting of her ear. We concur with the Independent Commission's INDECOM finding on this case that no criminal charges be laid against a male police officer pertaining to allegations involving assault occasioning actual bodily harm, who is arresting officer pertaining to the charges against Ms. King for failing to wear a mask in public. Disorderly conduct and abusive language. We concur with the Independent Commission's INDECOM finding on this case. The ODPP's recommendations in paragraph 1 and 2 does not preclude Ms. King from pursuing civil remedies in relation to her complaint. The civil standard of proof is on a balance of probabilities, which is lower than the criminal standard, this being proof beyond a reasonable doubt. See? So that means that she still can go file a civil case, and now she can put the if them really think say if Miss King is telling the truth, and as her lawyer said them are gonna file civil suit. No, you are gonna hear, we are gonna be able to hear I guess from the policewoman and the policeman, I guess whosoever shall sue. Yeah. No recommendation is made in respect of a possible investigation regarding Ms. King for the offense of creating public mischief, right? So they say no recommendation is being made in respect of public, so them not investigate for public mischief. This may find strange because based on the nature of the case and the public's or the public is attached to this case, I think this would have helped. You're not saying, if you lock up the woman or not like that, but I think if somebody has say, if them believe say a lie she tell, then why not charge her for public mischief? You see? Then she would get a day in court, and they would look at the evidence and they would hear from the other people, and I guess the public would have be. But would it go anywhere? Maybe she see it as a waste of time because people already make up their mind. We are aware, or maybe them never do it because them think say she have some form of psychological issues. That locking her up for public mischief would not be the best thing to do based on is a young girl, and maybe she needs help. Yeah, maybe she needs help. So maybe that's the reason for this ruling. We are aware that the police authorities have primacy of decision making regarding any investigation and the laying of charges. So the police can still do it. It is a matter entirely for them if they believe there is a sufficient basis to pursue an investigation against Ms. King. They may choose to do so or they may decline. So the police it's still open. You see, them not recommend it. The DPP seems that not recommend it, but the police authorities, if them believes that means the Clarendon police, if them want to get Nzinga, them can be like, charge her for public mischief. Yeah. And she'll have her day in court. So them can do that. See? So them leave that open. We do concur with INDECOM that there should be a departmental inquiry into any possible observed administrative breaches pertaining to any failure by the police to make the relevant records that they were obliged so to do at the material time that Miss King was detained at Four Paths Police Station. We also concur that it indicum that Miss King should be afforded personal professional counseling. So this is see come back to what I just said earlier on. See, me never say them thing last night. Yeah, because we rush through the thing. So this is important. So Indicom actually, agreed. You see, this is important, It's like Indicom agreed, and Indicom. And my question is, why didn't her lawyer hire a private investigator to work, simultaneously with the with Indicom and the other investigating bodies? I find that strange. It's such a case, a high-profile case. I would think that her lawyer would, should have gotten a private investigator, yeah, to conduct them own investigation on the matter, so them could have cross-reference whatever. You understand what I said? Them could have cross-reference things from the government and things from Indicom, and so at least the public would have known, say, yo, this happened and this never happened, and this is true and this is lie. So is he gonna get a private investigator? No, because no, he will have to do he will have to do that now. If he's gonna bring a civil suit, he have to go get him evidence and all them things that together now. So he have to go investigate, I guess. So we strongly recommend this course be pursued by her family and any competent authority. So even that they must say, yo, even a company, they must say, yo, her family needs to get her help or any qualified authority. Background: Miss Nzinga is a member of the Rastafarian faith. She has been blah, 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 blah. So allegations: Miss King's account on the 29th day of June 2021 at approximately 4 p.m. Miss King was seated in a taxi with other passengers. And this is her account, people. Other passengers, including a young man whom the police were attempting to detain. The man failed to accede to the officer's demands, and an altercation developed between him and the officers. As this escalated, the officers sprayed pepper spray inside the vehicle, which affected all the passengers, including a nursing mother. Miss King came out the car and removed her mask, which was covered with pepper spray. At this time, this is her account, This is her account. So I want to make key note of this. Right? Make key note of this. At this time, she was, in her words, very angry and aggressive, and inquired from the officer the reason for his conduct regarding releasing pepper spray in the vehicle. She engaged the officer verbally and upbraided him for being unprofessional and unethical. Ms. King stated that the officer got really upset and charged her for not wearing a mask in public. She was detained and taken to the Maple police station, where she was bailed for court on the 22nd of July. On attendance at the court, she was advised that she was charged with disorderly conduct. She pleaded guilty to this offense and was fined. She was then placed in custody and taken to the Four Paths police station, as the fine had not been paid. She arrived at the police station in the afternoon, and approximately 15 minutes later, she saw the female police officer, who instructed her to go inside the bathroom. As soon as Miss King entered the bathroom, so did the officer, who had a pair of orange scissors in her hand. The officer searched her and then instructed her to loosen her hair, which was wrapped in a bun. Miss King failed to comply, but eventually obeyed the instruction. The officer then held her locks in a bunch and began cutting it. The said police officer then called a district constable and requested another scissors, which she got and used to continue cutting Miss King's locks. Miss King stated that the officer cut all the long ones, and in another statement, she says they were cut from the root. So I guess she made two claims here. Is this Is this detrimental to her claim? We don't know. She said them cut the long ones, and in another statement she said they cut the short ones. We don't know. Maybe she remember. During the ordeal, Miss King kept asking why her locks were being cut. The female officer told her that her hair could pose a threat to her and other inmates. Miss King gathered some of her locks, and she was taken to the cell where she saw two other ladies. Yeah. On Saturday, the 24th of July, 2021, Miss King heard her cell phone ring from another cell. Checks were made by the officer, and Miss King's phone was found. This is interesting, and this is what I tell you. Say, let's do what if. Let's do what if. What if she had something else on her, where she used cut her hair? She had a phone. She had a phone in her cell. How she get in the phone? Them never search her good. You see what I say? This is a bad pan the police, them right here. So, because she get a phone in the cell, and she just go, you're supposed to search her. So you're supposed to pull out her here and search her here and search her thoroughly before you put her in the cell. She could have did have a knife. You see what I say? She could have bring in all kind of things in the cell. So the female officer asked who the phone belonged to, and Miss King acknowledged ownership. The officer slammed the phone in the grill, causing it to shatter. Well, she said that she had no idea how her phone ended up in a cell that she was not in, and she had not seen her bag with her phone and other items after she had gone in the bathroom where her hair was cut. So, she said that she had no idea how her phone ended up. So she'd have a bag, it seems like, when she go at the court and carry her bag at the station with her, it seems. So what else was in the bag? If her phone get into the cell, what else was in the bag? This interesting, people. This interesting. That's why I say we can't deal with what ifs and emotions, people. We have to look on the case file. She had a bag. The phone ended up coming out of the bag and ended up in the cell. What else was in the bag? What if some instrument was in the bag that could cut her hair? We don't know. You see? Miss King was released from custody on the 26th of July 2021 when her fine was paid. When her mother, Miss McIntosh, came to collect her, she found that her hair was cut and was extremely upset. She told her mother that her hair was cut by a police officer, and her mother made a report to the police. All right, so you get the police account now. On the 29th of June 2021, a male officer and another member of the Jamaica Constabulary Force were on enforcement duty in Maypen. At approximately 4:30, he observed a young lady who later gave her name as Candice King, otherwise called Six, walking along the street without a mask. So see, it's a different story, these people. You see, we have to be careful or we just want to run a truck over the DPP. She go with what in front of her, people. She's working with what in front of her, because trust me, if your story not add up, even when she believes that somebody cut your hair, it's like a lot of people got, you see, there has to be some, if for her to press charges against the policewoman and fire the policewoman and lock up the policewoman or whatever it is, it can backfire. The policewoman can turn around and sue because the policewoman can prove say Nzinga is a liar. That you not understand now. Whether you want to, oh yeah, I may not believe them. A somebody cut her hair. She couldn't pop it out. She couldn't do this. You know? A foolishness attack, so she bring something to the jail and cut her ear. Yeah, all of them things that might fool you. Even my assumption of foolishness. But you know what is not foolishness? If she's giving a different account, and if her story is so all over the place where credibility now matters. Because I remember says that he said she said case, you know. So if you have a he said she said case, there's no video camera, there's no, if it's a he said she said, you have to understand the credibility must play a role in a he said she said situation. So if me I go say, yo, the man they talk me in my mouth, round the road, but then I come back and say, yo, the man I will made it down in the bank, in top me in my mouth. And then the next time I said, no, me did take the taxi and in top in my mouth. And then I said, yo, me never did, stand up, this so and in pass and top me. They must say, yo, you have so much different story. So for your account said the reason why she and the police kick off is because the man pepper spray in the vehicle. And she challenged the police, she challenged the police why pepper spray in the vehicle. And I keep saying to yourself, where the woman will get pepper spray with her baby? Where the nurse they were in the vehicle? Where the driver for the taxi? All of them things that may ask, So this is two different accounts. The police say she was walking along the street without mask, and I want you to pay attention to this. I want you to mark this right here. When the officer approached her and made inquiries about her mask, she became boisterous. She was advised of the offense of failing to wear a mask in public in the breach of Disaster Management Act and arrested. She became even more obstreperous. That's what obstreperous, never said a word. And verbally maligned the officer and resisted lawful detention. Right? Well, it's maligned. You maligned the officer and resisted lawful detention. The officer stated that the disorderly conduct continued to accelerate, causing him to employ every aspect of his training geared to de-escalate conflict. Ms. King proved impervious to these methods, and the officer Miss Kitty, right, this man, had to resort to the use of pepper spray. After managing to place her under arrest, Ms. King continued her verbal onslaught and hurled foul indecencies at the officer, even when the offenses were outlined to her. Upon being advised of the office and disorderly conduct, Ms. King said, "Me no give a F whatever." She was eventually charged for offenses and disorderly conduct, abusive language, and breach of Disaster Risk Management Act. Ms. King appeared in court on the 22nd of July 2021 and pleaded guilty to the offenses of disorderly conduct, abusive language, was sentenced and fined to 3,000. What? Ms. King appeared in court on the 22nd of July 2021 and pleaded guilty to the offenses of disorderly conduct and abusive language and was sentenced to a fine of 3,000 or 10 days imprisonment on each offenses. She pleaded not guilty to breaching the Disaster Risk Management Act, and a trial date was set. Well, this is important again. Pay attention to this. She pleaded not guilty for this, Remember that. But 3,000, come on, if somebody go court, it means tell me say somebody go court and she planned to plead guilty for whatever them give her 3,000. Maybe not a lot of money. After court, she was taken to the Four Parts police station as the fines had not been paid. Upon entering the police station, Miss King was behaving boisterously and pointed up in an officer's face and cursing. Well, this is important again. It's important. She said, "Me no like man, and me no like police." Right? Corporal Angel Mitchell Lewis searched her, instructed her, see them search her. So maybe I will make a tax, maybe she carry something at the jail, maybe a foolishness, because them say them search her, but how she get phone at the jail. Instructed her to loosen her here, search her here, and placed her in the cell. Right? Sometimes after placing her in the cell, the female officer heard the other prisoners shouting that Miss King was pulling. Hold on. But on different police name this. Another police name, about different polices in the people. Another police we hear about from day one. The police we hear about, let me see what she say. The police we hear about from day one, I never the police there. What should say police name again, people? She called the police name in her. Maybe she get it wrong. And I first me hear the name of that the police. But me know said this is not the name they call. Instructed her to loosen her ear, search her here, and place her in the cell. Sometime after placing her in the cell, the female officer heard the other prisoner shouting that Miss King was pulling and tearing out her hair and throwing it on the ground and said, "Police will come near it." Wonder if it's possible for she pull out that. It's possible, people. I wonder if it's possible because, yo, me see a picture with the whole of here side, that's a tear out, you know. Me see a picture of the tear out and a tear out, you know. When me just see, I don't send me a picture a while ago with some big patch tear out her head. But could she do that? What do you think? You think she could have, you think it's possible that she could have tear it out? Dottie sent me a picture earlier on and me see some big patch in her head. Michelle Clark, a foolish attack say. She broke the Disaster Risk Management Act. Our law. It's a pandemic. Me not support the foolishness, you know. Uno unlawful and uno want run a society upon lawlessness. Me not depend that we do. So if you want to talk about there should me no arrest. A foolishness attack say. Yeah, police. A foolishness attack say, man. Foolishness attack say. Uno big people. Uno just so uno too unruly, man. Lie them a tell. Somebody say I lie them a tell it impossible. That's what Audrey say. Yeah, it's kind of difficult for she pull out her hair star. It's kind of difficult for she. That, you know, say that about me with the whole thing. If she really pop out her hair, people, if she really pop out her hair, yo, she bad. But is it possible that she'd have something at the jail and cut her hair? It's possible. It's possible. Impossible. All right, not possible. I don't know. What do you think? Sometimes after placing her in the cell, the female officer heard other prisoners shouting that Miss King was pulling and tearing out her hair and throwing it on the ground and said police will come near it. So why never get a phone? Why the police officer never record her? The female officer and inspector visited the cell. So watch this now. The inspector here, so people, something wrong here, so you know. The inspector, the female officer and the inspector visited the cell and saw the ear on the floor. So why them never record it? Maybe they don't think much of it. Most of things that she need help. Miss King was asked why she had torn out her hair, and she did not respond. The female police officer later swept away the ear and caused it to be removed by the groundsman. This right is a problem. This doesn't make no sense, right? So why would you destroy evidence? Evidence is virgin. It's a matter we have to stay objective, you know, even though, you say, we might open our feelings, but we have to stay objective. This is a foolishness. In Imhotep, this is a foolishness. Miss King was asked why she had torn out her hair and she did not respond. The female officer later swept away the hair and caused it to be removed by the groundsman. This is rubbish. Why would you do that? Why wouldn't you record this? This is supposed to record. This for document. This should be documented. This right here, so. So that means that all the beating we want to get, we don't deserve it. Every beating we want to get, we don't deserve it. Trust me. I like this, people. We don't deserve everything we want to get, we don't deserve it. Trust me. Every beating we want to get on a case, we don't deserve it. Because all the public must have any confidence in our when a woman cut off her hair, her locks, you know, you see a locks she have, you know, so them loves the police trim people. I'm not sure you say, Uno shouldn't have no job. The police woman here and the inspector shouldn't have any job. And the people them who work a shift here, Uno should have get suspended and have no job. Based on the policy here, based on this. We Uno mess up. This, if I were the commissioner, me that suspend Uno. Or fire Uno. Because this, you sweep, you beg somebody come sweep up the ear and remove it. It's a evidence. This is supposed to be logged. You're supposed to write up this and take picture of it and log it with our case file. Or whatever happened under your watch. Under your watch, you're supposed to have this documented. Uno deserve everything when I get. I hope say she sue and win. Even if I lie, she tell, I hope she sue Uno But if the taxpayer, them go pay for it still. But me hope say she win when she sue uno. This is foolishness. This that's why I say last. That's why I come to back over there. That's what me. This don't make no sense. This don't make absolutely no sense. No sense. You can't. This major. How you just casually just come sweep up this and make somebody come pick it up? That don't make no sense. Exactly, Mariel. From you see somebody that behave in another manner here, you're supposed to document everything, and you're supposed to have her on some form of suicide watch or put her in a situation where she can't hurt herself. So you're supposed to search the cell thoroughly. For you see she behave like this. And it means see somebody a pop out them here. First thing I go think say, but here can't pop out. She must have an instrument that cut her here. So me that go in there go search her. Me that go in there and search her. But again, she say, you see? So inconsistencies are going to play a role in the verdict. Because if Nzinga argument is inconsistent, if inconsistencies in Nzinga's argument, well, the DPP can't do anything because she know if I got prove we are a reasonable doubt to bring charges against the police officer where she can't prove beyond a reasonable doubt, so the police cut her here. It'll be a waste of the court's time. Because the same argument that will come back say she a tell lie. That's the man saying. The man says she's not credible. Even when I lie, she a tell because she does have different ideas of what happens, and maybe she have different accounts in her head. On the 20th of July 2021, the female officer searched the cells and found a phone which Miss King said belonged to her. So you see, this upon closing the cell door, the phone fell from her. Right? This doesn't sound truthful. This don't make no sense neither. Me believe Nzinga right as I say police woman mash up her phone. So is this motive? Is this she and the police woman a fallout? Is this she and the police woman a war? Is this she and the police woman clash? But it's speculative. So me can't use it in the court. This is speculative, but the tone of it, right, as a sound like she and the police woman in the conflict. The police woman mash up her phone. In my opinion. The police woman say, you have phone in here, boom, I hold the phone and mash it up. And say, you go like say you can't break the laws, man, you can't go on with the bag of things. The police woman, me think say police woman mash up her phone. The account of other detainees. Witness number 1 had been detained at the Fort Park police station on a charge of conspiracy to commit murder. She was in cell number 1, which is across from the cell number 3, where Miss King was housed on the 22nd of July 2021. She saw when a young lady with Rasta hairstyle was placed in cell number 3. Witness number 1 became aware that this young lady was called Candy. While Candy was seated on the bunk bed, she could see her, and she heard Candy said that her hair couldn't stay like this. Witness number 1 then observed Candy tearing out the locks out of her head and said she was keeping them for the police to yam them. Witness number 1 and the other detainee. Is it possible for your locks to be rotten? Is that possible? Just a question. Witness number 1 and the other detainees asked why she did that, and she told them she was going to dye her hair red when she was released. Over the period of 2 days, Candy plucked the locks from her head and thereafter tied her head with a cloth. When she get cloth to tie her head, she could have tied her neck. But again, upon the police. This don't make no sense again. So the police, the whole system needs a shake-up. And then police said them supposed to be reprimanded. This is unacceptable. When she get cloth from to tie her head, she could have killed herself. She could have hung herself in the jail. Upon Candy's release, she told the other prisoners, and I'm going to show you why the police them even must be reprimanded based on them, what you call it now, based on them lack of following, them failure to follow protocols, based on how they were trained, or they should have been trained to handle situations like these. You understand what I say? Upon Candy's release, she told the other prisoners that she was going to obey them so they will kill each other in the cells. This number one also heard someone who she said is Candy mother speaking loudly asking why her locks was cut. She also said that the act of cutting the locks was a dagger to the heart. The lady also told the police that she had to carry Candy to the psychiatrist as she had suffered a traumatic event. Well, the woman admitted this. They admitted this when Nzinga did the first interview with I think it was Jamaica Star. Them say she have some form of traumatic experience, and as such, she suffers with whatever she suffers with. So it's not something bad when somebody says she needs help. So people will get up on them feelings and I say, oh, you're talking about the woman need help. No, she actually suffers from, as she said, or in the first interview, and that's what caught me when we did see the case the first time, when they said oh, she got raped when she was a child. Yeah, so I remember we can't just look at her and say, yo, it's a mad woman, this and rare, blah, blah, blah. Because I remember I say rape and them things that affect people differently. So some people in a different way, you understand? So she had a traumatic experience based on, and they said it in the, so I believe this is true. This is true. So is it possible for her to like, it's possible. Because I know a little boy I grow with him pop out him here, you know. Because I'm sick. Him sick, him pop it out like pain. Him like the pain sensor them. Like, me don't know how him do it. Me don't know him walk and beg money. People could all know him. No people at Jamaica must know him. Me and him grow. I like you to play marble. And when you see him pop out the whole here, and him roll it up in a bugu and eat it. Real thing, honestly, 100%. Me and him grow like little youth. And him play marble and everything with we. And him go beg money and road, him beg people money. You see? Him pop out him here, pop out everything, him pop them out. Pop out him here and take it and take the bugu and roll it up and you see him and eat it. You see? So, is it possible? Me no know. But somebody with some form of mental situation may be immune to pain. So don't rule that out. Nobody what claims that I'm a doctor. I'm not a doctor, so I'm not ruled out. Witness number 2 was detained in cell number 3 along with another female detainee and a lady. She came to know as Candice King. Candice told him that she was arrested because she threw rum on a girl and burned her up. However, the police later told him that she was detained for disorderly conduct. Witness number 2 described her as Marga faced with a hostile habit. She moved and behaved like a psychotic. Witness number 2's account is that upon coming to the cell, Candice had her phone and was on a video call with someone telling them that the police had cut her hair. Right? So witness number 2 kind of look like she had tell some truth here. So because remember they said this, Candice said she had the phone and the police said she had the phone. Witness number 2 observed at this time that Candice had her shoulder length locks. So when she had told somebody that she cut her hair, according to the witness, she have her locks on. The back of her locks look as if it had been cut in a style. Witness number 2 observed that later that day, Candice sat down and started to pop out her hair with her hands and take them up, and she take about 2 days to sit down and pick out all the hair. So 2 of the people them know, so she take 2 days to pull out her hair. This are we don't know about this already. The schoolmate them, me not really. This are just this no mean nothing to me. Right? All right, the forensic evidence. The buckle swab was taken from Miss King for the purpose of DNA analysis and comparison. This was submitted to the Institute of Forensic Science and Legal Medicine. Also submitted were strands of her locks. Strands of her locks recovered by both the police and Indicom as part of their respective investigation. The analysis of these items were submitted via forensic certificates dated 31st day of March 2022. Analysis was done in respect of hairs found protruding through a vent in the cell where Miss King was housed, and here was submitted by Miss King to the police. The latter is based on information gleaned from the statements and the forensic certificates. The year submitted by the police, which we conclude were handed over by Ms. King and submitted to the lab, were analyzed. However, no DNA was found. Hold on, people. Hold up, people. This deep, you know. What if we don't realize something else? What we miss? What if we miss something, people? Read this. Bright people, don't read this. Read this. What does this mean? Trichotillomania. I wish we were that. Trichotillomania. You're able to pull your hair due to, yeah. This is rich girl. Thank you for this, you know. Trichotillomania, you know, is a serious issue, you know, people. A person who actually can deal with some type of like people who cut themselves. People who have mental issues cut themselves and them thing, they know. Like cut themselves. Yeah? We have a situation right now where, you know, two hands. Little girl sitting and cut them because she's stressed. She's depressed. She depressed out of her mind. She just cut up herself. Nikisha, you know I read this up, man. The here submitted by the police, which we conclude were handed over by Miss King and submitted to the lab, were analyzed. However, no DNA was found. That means so the here were maybe come back the here where Miss King did have in her hand and never fear here. No. This make so the here what she have on the TV, what on the interview. What if I did no DNA no found in the here? So nothing say lock. It's not. What on the people? Is it possible that her hair was locked? Is that possible, people? Because my sister Rasta boy from what you know, they have so when we think them are real Rasta and a thing there, you know. But they call it a lock, them call it lock, right? One of the DPP them just do a poor job of explaining something a star. You know that me I say Mariel, I know it come like a synthetic hair. It's like Nzinga give them a bunch of yeah, so the case solving the people. If this is true, yeah, so the heart of the case, they know people. Forget everything else, you know. Buchanan, the liar brother, I have a problem with this, you know. He might have a problem with this, you know. Because if a synthetic hair should hand over to the police and for DNA analysis, unless them switch the hair before, because me be objective, me not take no side. Because the police then have no sense. We do that whole mess up here. No sense, and they deserve everything what them get. Unless the police them switch the hair. But if this is true, that means you know that near say Belinda, is this possible? You see, that's why we have to stay. we have to stay neutral in the people because we don't know. Because I see some people from Boya, from what you know, enough all the Rastaman them all king being. All the king. The king are not a extension, the king. Flavor, you see, you just want to believe something, star. You just want to believe sin. You just, why you can't get the police the benefit of the doubt? Why the police can't get the benefit of the doubt? Eh? Why the police can't get the benefit of the doubt? Well, because police them always. Me no wrong with no star. Me no wrong with no. Because they mess up the whole thing. Because you can't see woman a pop out a year and you know get a, and you know record it and log it. That don't make sense. You're supposed to log that. The years collected by Indicom from the vent at the cell number 3 was analyzed and found to match the DNA from Miss King. So the year when Miss King handed over an affair here, but when Indicom going at the jail and check the vent, because you know them sweep up and all kind of things. So here, of course, I go come in at the vent. Then find DNA match Miss King. So what you think happened here, so now? This is important, you know. This again is important, you know. You see, that's why I get emotional about the whole thing and lose my sleep, you know. You can't go and bite up on yourself and go like on brighten everybody else. The years collected by Indicom. Why is this important? Why is this important? It means the hair was removed in the jail, in the cell. And that's why Indicom had to rule the way them rule. And that's not this everybody missing. This is what Indicom had to tell you, know. Exactly, Carlton. People cut them wrist, people pick out them nail, people do all manner of things to themselves when them stress. Stress can do these things. And worse, a woman will want prove a point to the police. Them that's why people hang themselves. People don't hang themselves, man. People use things and tie themselves. It's the hardest thing to kill yourself, you know. And people actually tie things around them neck and choke themselves in a jail. No, Mariel, yeah, missed the whole thing, man. Yeah, missed the whole thing, Mariel. She handed over a bunch of hair to the police, them, and them say, I don't fear here. We don't know she get it from. But me understand what you say. Even for synthetic hair, you mean some of your hair that they not the synthetic hair. Yeah, I understand that. Yeah. You're right, Mariel. You're right. Sorry. Yeah, that makes sense. Unless a smarty here, she got to take and give people them. Me don't know. Anyway, watch out now. So the years, this is important though. The years collected by Indicom from the vent at the cell number 3 were analyzed and found. That means that where she said the police car run at the bathroom got her here, that maybe is not accurate. Maybe this somewhat some of the inconsistencies them are coming in. Because them find they hear them, them find they hear them in the vent in the cell. So maybe that's, but me's not a liar, people. Me's not a liar. So please, me just see. Both Indicom investigators and police from the Inspectorate and Professional Standards Oversight Bureau conducted an investigation into the allegations made against the female officer. Statements were taken at the scene, examined and photographed. On the 4th of August 2021, a crime scene examined and photographed the relevant areas of the Fort Park police station. Photographs were taken of the 2 vents leading to cell number 3. This is the cell in which Miss King was detained. These photographs show strands of what appear to be locked. Jesus Christ, people. People, is it possible that her hair was synthetic? Watch out. Look at this. Look at this, people. Look here. Look at this. It come like another, and with the box cover juice this. Appear to be locked here, protruding through the holes in the vent. Locks were also seen on the outside of the vent. Me granny soup. I wonder if Stacey Swaby say her hair was real. Oh, you know that, Stacey? You sure? You not sure about this? We are saying Hannibal. Oh, locked here is cut off dread. Okay, okay, Basan. Okay, okay. Okay, me think they mean like it, like here where they lock. Okay, you mean twist up, treat. Okay, okay, cool. Oh, me understand now. All right, my bad. Issues whether there is a prima facie, what is prima facie, prima facie evidence of that the offense of assaulting occasion and the body arm had been committed by anyone in respect of the separation of locked here from Miss King's scalp. What does it mean now? Whether there's a prima facie evidence of that the offense of assaulting occasional bodily harm had been committed by anyone in respect of the separation of locked here from Miss King's scalp, whether there is prima facie evidence, that one offense of malicious destruction of property had been committed by anyone in relation to Miss King's phone. Credibility. As the required legal threshold being established, which would be capable of supporting a viable case in relation to either offense mentioned in paragraph 41 42, given the available evidentiary material. Assault occasionally bodily harm. To cut a person's ear without their consent is an assault occasionally bodily harm and is tribal and common law. There is no reported case in the Jamaican jurisdiction dealing with this specific issue. However, the case of Director of Public Prosecution versus Michael Ross Smith, 2010. This is an English case because the defendant will be charged with cutting of a substantial portion of the complaints here. The case was appealed on a point of law, illegal. The cutting of the victims here without consent. To intentionally damage property. Okay, so they must say basically. Okay, so to intentionally maliciously damage property belonging to another is an offense contrary to Section 42 of Malicious Injuries to Property Act. Right? Ms. King's statement alleges that the damage to the phone was deliberate and without legal reason or excuse. Right? Which me believe her. Me believe they mash up her phone for you. Credibility. All right. Certain aspect of the case of assault, occasioning actual bodily harm, and the evidential requirement noted above could engender an interesting legal discussion. However, the glaring issue is one of credibility. So let me tell you, you understand what I say? Understand this, this is key. Certain aspect of the offense of assault in occasional bodily harm and the evidential requirement noted above could engender an interesting legal discussion. This is what is happening. This is what is happening right now in the public. And me no want to be disrespectful to nobody. If I were, if I was disrespectful to anybody, well, no me I read it. I have a better objective mind on it. However, the glaring issue is one of credibility, given the particular circumstances of this case. So this is based on credibility. Credibility is a structural framework on which prosecution stands. Facts. Someone don't understand that. Because I remember say Nzinga bring a case against the police officer. This is a criminal investigation. So if Nzinga is not credible, the DPP cannot charge a police officer. Even when we say, boy, it not sound true, it's so foolish, if you don't have no sense, you have idiot, you're a madman. Yeah, we are going to have a kind of reasoning, and we are going to cuss out each other, and we are going to disagree, and we are going to agree. And we are going to say, you're a fool, man, you're an idiot. You know, see, girl pop out here, and I say, oh, she be pop out here, you think say it easy to pop out here, we are going to do that. But this is what is important. This, credibility, is a structural framework of which prosecution stands. That is a fact. Anybody in a law, our attorney know that. The politician woman, the weather supporter know that. The government know that. The DPP know that. Everybody in a law Know this. Credibility. Once on the face of it, there is information to support that a crime has been committed. The prosecutor, that is like me say, Kimberly stabbed me in my ears. I'm going to go down a station and I make the report. The police them come back and they run back I interview for me. I'm going to tell them, say, no, she never stabbed me in my ears. She used something and lick me in my ears. Them come back again and they know them will come back again. If the lawyer don't step in, and if you want to get copy of the police report them where, a file. And your lawyer supposed to, if you have a lawyer, worse, she had a lawyer. So I understand how she did like so many different interviews or so many different reports. What was the lawyer doing? Because the lawyer should not allow this, and him should have get, as Imhotep did share with me earlier on, from a legal mind of mine. The lawyer should have stepped in and thwart the amount of investigation that they were conducting on her. For more than one reason. The mother stated she had some traumatic experience. So why would you let the police them just have her, like whosoever investigate? Why would you not? Why did you do so much different interviews or whatever without this man stepping in, Buchanan, whatever name? For them now can use it and say, oh, she gave conflicting reports. You see what I say? Once on the face of it, there is information to support that a crime has been committed. Right? You see? Once on the face of it, because this is what based on credibility. So you can always bite upon yourself. The prosecutor must, keyword must, not may, must assess whether the witness or witnesses to the offense will give relevant, reliable, and cogent evidence which a court can rely to come to a decision. So the DPP now go carry this in front of the courts. The most thing them have is a civil case. Beyond a reasonable doubt. How you going to prove a reasonable doubt? When the forensic report say the hair not have no DNA. When she say her hair was cut in the bathroom and they go find hair in the vent. When she give conflicting stories. When you have about 7 witnesses that say she cut her hair. That can't go criminal court. Cannot. That have to go to civil court. That the person accused of this crime is guilty. Because remember, the policewoman was accused of a crime. That I won't forget, Everybody bite at themselves, and them not understand this, Them things say Paula and Llewellyn did get charged. Everybody accost Paula and Llewellyn. Everybody accost the DPP like is the DPP versus Nzinga. You see what I say? You can't be, I think, maybe that happened, whatever. Even for the policewoman, they cut her ear and destroy the evidence. The facts say credibility. And the lawyer or her legal team did not hire, based on what we know now, because we know you're not born a private investigator. Or could you have such a strong case, but use a private investigator for look how long this thing I investigate, and him don't get a private investigator. Come on, people. This is over a year, And him don't have a private investigator him don't have a private investigator on this. Well, me know that smart. Me know that smart, but me know say if me is a liar, me I get a private investigator to investigate this, because me not trust the police them alone to investigate this. Me not trust the police to investigate the police. Because Indicom is a police body still, whole police them, Is it? And worse, I don't. This is succinctly put in the decision of to prosecute. Jamaican protocols as follow. When considering the institution of continuation of criminal proceedings, the first question to be determined is the sufficiency of the evidence. This is key. This is key. A prosecution should not be commenced or continued unless there is admissible, substantial, and reliable evidence that a criminal offense known to the law has been committed by an identifiable person. Identifiable person, excuse me. The proper test is whether there is a reasonable prospect of a conviction should proceedings be instituted. This decision requires an evaluation of how strong the case is likely to be when presented at trial. So, I don't know, I have to go all of this. We don't know all of this. You see? If there is no evidence that the crime alleged has been committed by the defendant, there is no difficulty. The judge will, of course, stop the case. Simple as that. You can't go court. He say, she say. She say, she say. The single question is whether there is sufficient, credible, cogent, and therefore reliable information that a court can act on to say that Miss King's hair was cut by the female officer. This is key. I note that the only statement from a person who asserts this here, that asserts that her hair was cut by the police, is Miss King. She have no corroborative statement from anybody else. So if everybody get an account against her, including people at her school, including people that were in the jail, including her behavior, because that I go count, you know. Whether I don't like it, yes or no. Oh, so that means that if you cut her here, yeah, her behavior go take a toll. Her behavior go come into credibility. Know that. Ms. King's statement on several occasions is contradicted in other evidentiary material on file. This is how we talk about all this happened. And she have a liar. Some of which are outlined below. Look at this. I want you to read this with me. Firstly, she outlines the scenario surrounding her arrest, which was previously at paragraph 8 to 10, where she places herself in a taxi with other persons under being pepper sprayed by the police. This never happened. Credibility. The account is and contradicted by the police who arrested her. So the policeman are like, what? We have about taxi, we don't know about taxi. And this one not understand what I'm going to say, no. And this man, even if somebody cut her here, if somebody cut her here, exactly, Maria, I'll be a liar tell. So it can't go court. If it cannot go court. Let's say the police woman say, hey, face the girl, we are rank with, and chop off her locks. The fact say, Nzinga fabricated a story that she was in a taxi and that go on. And I want to pay attention to this right here, because I'm going to show you something, people. As I say, I want to chill. All right. He said that she was seen along the road with her mask, without her mask. The police asked her about the mask, and we're going to go to this. And we read that already. The account of witness number 4, who was present at the time of the incident, aligns that of the arresting officer. So the arresting officer have somebody who corroborate her story. And that you not understand, you know. Will the arresting officer and the woman in the jail, friend? We don't know. Can't go to court. Miss King stated that when she went to court, she had not been charged for failure to wear her mask. However, certified court documents from the Clarendon Parish Court revealed that she was indeed charged for the offenses. This is a photo. Because maybe she never know. On the 22nd day of July 2021, she pleaded guilty to petty session offenses and not guilty to breaching the Disaster Response Act. The case was slated for trial on the 23rd of November 2021. She further asserts that she didn't know that she could pay the fine, as this was not explained to her. This is inconsistent with the statement she gave to the police, where she says she did not have the money to pay. Maybe she never remember. Maybe she didn't understand. Come on. That doesn't make no sense. Ms. King was fined 3,000 or 10 days imprisonment on charge of disorderly conduct, and also the unabusive language to which she had pled guilty. pleaded guilty. This inconsistency is compounded by the discrepancies in her mother's statement where her mother says that Miss King told her that she was not fined but imprisoned. Maybe she never understand. Me not hold that against her. The court documents have the name Candice King. It is in Miss King's statement that she told the police her correct name, which is Nzinga Candice King, and they chose not to record it. Miss King stated that she had shoulder-length locks upon arriving at the Fort Park police station on the 22nd day of January 2021, and prior to it being cut by the officer. Her cellmate stated that her hair was substantially the length as she described when she was brought to the cell. It should be noted that she claims claiming her statement that she was brought to the cell after her hair was cut by the officer. This makes sense, you know. This makes sense. This makes sense. You see why this makes sense now? Because if them find her here in the vent in the jail, and she, remember say she say, you know, them cut her here and bring her in the jail, you know. Remember say she said that in a people, in a fear report, you know. And remember say she said this in an interview to I think, you know. Remember this, you know. So this is problematic for who are filed civil suit. This gonna be problematic. In her, and maybe a story I got change again for going in the civil suit. In her first statement given to the police, Miss King says the officer cut all the long ones in reference to her locks. In a subsequent statement to Indicom, she stated that the officer cut my hair that she was holding in a bunch. In a further statement made to Indicom, she says that her hair was cut by the officer from the root. You hear? Inconsistent people, these things matter. Understand that. Nobody take it like, oh, uno just want to look over because uno already make up on mind and uno feel shame now. The statements from prisoners in the lockups are that they observe her over the period of 2 days pulling the locks from her head. The female officer and the inspector state that they made aware of this and went to the cell occupied by Miss King and saw locks on the ground. A statement from the schoolmate witness number 3, we know that in Miss King's statement to the police, she did not mention that the district constable had brought her scissors to the female officer to aid in the cutting of her hair. However, in her statement to the Independent Commission, Indicom, so you see, she keep adding on people. People, be careful when you jump on. When you stop jump. When you chick man chick. She didn't say this too when she was doing her video. Oh yes, she did. I think, me no remember. But in Miss King's statement to the police, she did not mention that the district constable, so she included another man in it. She put another man in it. But she tell Indicom say, taken 7 days later, she informed the Indicom investigator of this incident. Miss King said that she had no knowledge that her phone was on the cell block or how it got there, as when the police took my belongings and placed it on the bench before the female officer told me to go into the bathroom, I did not see my belongings since then. This does not accord with the statement of a cellmate. Cellmate cannot tell that. She told a classmate her baby fathers came to pay the money that the judge charged her. On her way home, police stopped the baby father's car, searched it, and found a gun. She and the baby fathers got locked up. While they were locked up, someone bring a video to the police station that shows the person. The prosecution has a duty to disclose to the defense all the material in its possession, including this, on which the prosecution may rely. Before the matter goes to court, one would have to acknowledge the discrepant statements. This is key. This will not cost the lady. Will not cost the DPP lady. Only if you go cost yourself. Because if Nzinga make up so much things and be inconsistent, the woman cannot do anything. You can't say, I box me today, and tomorrow you say, I thump me, and oh, he thump me down at the supermarket, but tomorrow I say, oh, up at a gas station. And him friend hold me and thump. You never put that in your report. You add things in your report. You think so the police woman have a liar? So one of the one, what should the DPP do in this? What should she have done? Una explain to me, what would you have done if you were the DPP? Una will have sense. Una will have sense. We claim say una bright and una have sense. Me a fool, maddy. Right? Me not jump, Michelle. Me not jump. Or me a jump. Are you want me jump? Me not a jump. Or me a jump. Me say this can't go a court. And me stay consistent on that. And from day one, me tell her say, yo, Smaddy a tell lie. And she a tell lie. Nzinga a tell lie too. So if the police them a tell lie, she a tell lie too. You see that? She a tell lie too. Before the matter goes to court, one would have to acknowledge the discrepant statement which undermines her credibility from persons who have no invested interest in the matter and totally undermines her complaint to the investigator. The school people, them all the people at the school and the principal and the people there, whosoever were at the school that gave statement, they had no vested interest in the case. So they must get up and tell lie upon her. So, wanna believe that? Wanna believe that the prisoner them tell lie upon her, the police them tell lie upon her. The schoolmate, so everybody just get up and tell lie. This have to tell lie upon a girl. Come on, people. Come on. But me not go with it. Me can't go with it like how no one go with it when I go with. But that's subjective. Because yeah, it's possible. Given the cumulative effect of the inconsistencies and the discrepancies, this could be a basis for an investigation into creating public mischief on the part of Miss King. You see this? The DPP could have rules of a charge her. I should say, you know what? We can't bother you because that little girl needs some help. If the police them want to charge her, make them charge her. It is our view as a matter of law that the inconsistencies and discrepancies that no found run come by internet across the lady who no done like a Mia. Right? It is our view as a matter of law that the inconsistencies and discrepancies outlined will preclude, as a matter of ethics, any prosecution of this matter. And to be clear, we will not be usurping the function of the tribunal of fact who will address issues of credibility in a trial. But before prosecution commences, there must be a level of cogency and credibility in the statement of a complaint, right? Which would oblige us to proffer an indictment, right? Can't take a mosquito right thing, you know. What the word I mean? Oblige us to bring an indictment. How does that mean, you know? I never see this yet. All right. That threshold has been attained and there could be no reasonable prospect of conviction. We will be ethically precluded from pursuing a prosecution, given the totality of the greatly significantly damaging defects in this case. The principles seen in this first limb of people may never go through all of this. We must get the picture by now. Right? We can't go read to yourself. Because we must get the picture by now. No. Let me show you something. Why? Them couldn't take this to court. Let me show you another angle. Watch it again. Just watch this. Check this out. I want to say this is not nothing because we don't see it as nothing, but it counts. It adds up to where the police them are saying. This is important. This is key. Look at this. This is key. Don't act as if say this not important. This important. This is how much sharp. This. All who want to go and want can go on. This is important, you know. This is important. What does this mean? What do you think that means? What do you think this means? This means that she never in a taxi. And this is why the police lock her up, you know. Because I couldn't understand why I go on people. From them find a one liar. So she fabricate that story. All when the police cut off, the police could have cut off every strand. The police woman, this can't go in a court. Because she already not a credible, is not being credible. She's not a credible witness. You see what I say? All of them things that could be possible. Basan. This now not for doing no taxi, Kimberly. This now not for doing no taxi. None of that the argument. You know, listen what the argument is about. The argument is the account of the police officer matches this video. Stop trying to put things in our mind when you're dead, man. It's not, she couldn't, you know, not for doing no taxi. It's not for doing no taxi. This matches the account of the police. This matches the policeman account. You see what I say? That's not a bad idea. Forget a scalp doctor. Then like say look like them are come out already. Me not think it far-fetched to pull out them locks here. Who don't think them locks look like them? Me don't know. Me don't know locks thing go. Sometimes people have in locks and the locks them, me don't know, start lose strength. Enough people locks pop out. Exactly flavor. This never have nothing to do with no taxi. No taxi. No taxi. The taxi was in Nzinga's mind. She said, Basan, what she said was the police pepper sprayed in the taxi. Pepper spray a man in the taxi, and she came out the taxi and was telling the policeman, say, oh, in pepper spray in the taxi. Nobody here, so now have a pepper spray problem. Stop, look for things on the depot and something, man. Come no man, stop no man. Stop, man. Stay objective, man. Stop, look for things on the dead, man. Stop looking for what is not there. We don't have to make up nothing. We have enough thing here. We have enough thing can bash the police them. The police them did a poor job of handling the matter. Exactly, Erica. People would have rub them eye, and she would have rub her eye. Yeah, why would somebody even say that, man? Come, Bassan, you know better than that, man. Come on, Bassan, man. Read like big people, man. No, you see, just not even one red the pan. Stop it, man. Stop it, Reggie. Stop it. Stop it, brother. Come in, you know better than that. You know see woman yeah them. You know see the woman yeah them white like a chalk. You can get pepper spray and throw water up in your eye and rub your eye and water. Come on, stop it, man. Thank you, Mariel. If she get pepper sprayed, she would have rub her eye, man. And of course the police say, look at your pepper spray. She don't say nothing about pepper spray right here, so. She said in her video, she said she had tell the man, say, look in her video that she did, we go viral. The one where she said the police cut her here. She said she came out the taxi and the reason why the man locked her up because she, and it in her report, she said she had asked the policeman, oh, him for pepper spray in the vehicle. That conversation have nothing to do with no pepper spray, people. She was not pepper sprayed. Me get pepper spray already. Trust me, I'm a ton idiot. Understand that? So what I don't want to believe, so the police woman really cut her ear or whatever I want to do. The DPP want to allow the woman. She already have a poor record based on a lot of things. But leave her alone. When I go be the DPP, if you take on them criminal, yeah? Sometimes I want to just come on internet, I want to just run with wagon star. I want to be objective, man. Excuse me. You know what exactly, Herman? You know, so I'm glad you said this. Because them same people that we are talking about, she couldn't pull out her locks. Missing people in a missing Rasta fight, and when we look at a bush and a locks, missing in a Rasta man. Man, drag out Rasta locks. Whereas if them locks are Nzinga and look like them weak and it want some healing. Trust me. Them locks they did look like them want a little healing. I don't know to, I don't know in our heart and soul. Me not ridicule Rastafarians. But them locks they look like them want a little healing. Them locks they look like them want a little healing. I don't think them locks couldn't pop out. Honestly, don't think them locks couldn't pop out. We can't go and play hypocrite. But me just now go double down on it because I know my locks. Man say, and Kimberly asks foolishness, but so if she couldn't come out of the taxi. Come on, Kimberly. You know better than that, man. You're bigger than that, man, Kimberly. Come on, man. You're way smarter than that. You can't get pepper spray and turn up a taxi, man. Look at it. Michelle, you just open your thinking feelings from night. You just everybody tries to stay objective and you're alone upon the thing. All all people against the police woman still say it can't go a court and all them things. Uno just come with no dirty heart or no dirty mind or no dirty soul. Me say from day one, so me think so she tell lie. And me prove so she tell lie. This proof to me so she tell lie. You know what I mean? Say, I here never get caught. Me never in the jail. Me never in a police station. But me know so she tell lie. I found her story and I can go back and watch my video them. Me say me find it strange. Say pepper spray go on in the car. Taxi man get pepper spray. And that was what I was basing my argument on. Baby, woman with baby get pepper spray. The nurse get pepper spray. The taxi driver get pepper spray. The man get pepper spray. Nobody can come forward and say the police pepper spray them. If you can't find, if that did not happen, nobody can go to jail. No policewoman can lose her work. You know, go. What me fear against Rasta. You me born last year, I want to say a Rasta me a born. Go man. Go man. Me say wait until the police report come out because me no want double down and wrong. Because me can wrong, but me have sense. Me know say we in a digital era now where if the policeman pepper spray so much people in a taxi, look how Maypen crowded. You can imagine that if this is that me right here, so in other crowd with so much people, everybody would have ball out and I say, yo, yeah, wicked, look how you pepper spray the people them, the people them that turn up on the police and all kind of thing. That did not happen. So at the very least we know that she's a liar. Or she fabricates stuff. Let's not say she's a liar. Because maybe she thinks that she'll tell the truth. But we know that she fabricates stuff. You come about the majority of people in the lie. What you want to do? What you want us to do? You want us to jump on the DPP like Uno and cuss out the woman for what? Uno go on the emotional self-bridging. We they are try with a constructive reasoning bridging. Me no must be right. But me know so this can't go in front of the court and the police woman cannot lose her job for this. The police woman them better lose them job based on how them handle the situation when she was in the cell cutting her hair, according to her, pulling out her hair. Because that should have been logged. We know why everybody jump on the runaway train, you don't know. You think everybody are going to jump on the runaway train, you don't know? Some people are going to choose to try learn and try educate themselves, brethren. Exactly. Because Flavor, there was no other witness. There was, this is when the police arrested her. I don't think you understand, you know. Based on what you say. You see? Well, adapt me look pan in a tico. Adapt me look pan. She have on a pink under the thing about the pants different. So is this two separate occasion? Could be. Could be 2 separate times. When was this? He said, watch video emerges of Nzinga being taken into custody. And this them say the day out of Mapen. Miss King says on the day she was detained, she was in a taxi when she was pepper sprayed by the police and then detained for breaching. Boom, bam, bam. Video seen by our news center seemed to indicate that at no point during the allocation was Miss King wearing a mask. In the DP's opinion, Miss King reported indicate that she was very aggressive when she entered the station. Mr. DP also further revealed that these 2 persons were detained. A person identified, blah, 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 blah. Another witness said Miss King plucked her ear. It's me no one. That look like two separate videos. Yeah, you could be right, Sean. You could be right. You could be right because is a news media behind this that we can't rule that out. Is the media behind it? Because that are 2 different clothes she wear. Two different outfits. But you see what I say? But pay attention to this though. Let's pay attention to this though. Pay attention to this. I'm gonna show you something. Let's just look at this. This with so this is the arresting video, right? She was pepper sprayed, right? This girl was not pepper sprayed in this video, people. No pepper spray no go on some people. So this even more clear cut. No pepper spray no go on so. She no get no pepper spray. No pepper spray no go on so. Nobody no get pepper spray and can go on their phone and go check all phone and type all phone and text on phone. You should have on a pink shirt under that. But let's keep it. Let's not guess. Make we not guess. Yes, you have a pink shirt under it, but the pants different. The pants different though. But if this is when them arrest her and bring her come out of jail, that girl will never get pepper spray in her jail. This day, on this occasion. Unless them have her in the vehicle and drive around with her, you'd still see distress on her face. Trust me. If you get pepper spray, you can't do all of that. We can't tell you that. If you get pepper spray, you can't do all of that. I look up on phone, I text my phone, so you don't rub your eye even one time. If I even want this right here, so come on, people. Should not get no pepper spray, people. Who determines that her hair was below her shoulder? She said, her mother. Her mother said she had long locks catch her down behind her shoulder. She had long locks. But maybe then long, maybe she wrap it up. Kimberly, you try to make excuse, man. You know, your woman say, the man pepper spray, catch her everybody in a taxi. If you're in a taxi and pepper spray in a taxi, you got still a rub your eye. Tap your phone. You got still a rub your eye, Kimberly. Kimberly, you never get pepper spray. Me get pepper spray already. You think that take 1 or 2 hours to wear off? I want to you, man. That not take 1 or 2 hours to wear off. You want, let me pepper spray you. Let me pepper spray you. I pepper spray near you. Let me pepper spray you. Let me show you pepper spray. Since we are idiot, let me show you pepper spray. Let me show you pepper spray. Let me show you pepper spray. Let me show you pepper spray and go on business. Right? I mean, no one want the DPP do. One want the DPP do. One want to know about pepper spray? Let me show you the pepper spray. All right? Let me show you the pepper spray.
It is a controversial teaching technique, to say the least. The video quickly going viral, and it ended up against a wall as an
When I go tell me say I told my people are white, but me I try to find some black people, but more find more than one somebody. Just trying to say, oh, them know if you did it, let me find more than one somebody. See pepper sprayer.
instructor begins to spray them.
Pepper sprayer.
One by one, he goes down the line, blasting the teens in the face with pepper spray as a police officer stands by. The exercise is part of a criminal science technology class. The students signed up willingly, getting extra credit for being sprayed.
Pepper sprayer. Backside pepper sprayer.
As for their parents, they
signed up. Foolishness about pepper spray. A woman come and use phone and a consider jail. About pepper spray. Pepper spray, what, man? Pepper spray, what? Pepper spray, where? Where pepper spray there? Eh? Pepper spray, what? That's it, but yeah, me get pepper spray ready to write. My ex-girl pepper spray me already. Come catch me woman and give me a pepper spray there. Me turn idiot. At days me feel my eye them burn me. Much more I take phone and look on phone so casually. I take phone more. Hey, what I would do? I got dead. If me never gun, me kill you all out in here. if me say me never gun, me kill you all out in here. Come on, man. Shango, it no matter what dosage, a pepper spray. Me get pepper spray from the same and a police pepper spray. Police pepper spray was supposed to bring down criminal, you know. And me, you know, look something where the woman then walk it. My ex-girl comes up, boy, and give me 2 out of that backside. And me tell her, me turn you idiot. Remember, me tell her that. But tell us that you think that's something where you see the man I use with them white people they look wild. You think of that with police them have? The police them have the one they take it out, they go far, go so shh. Yeah? And them one that the police then use. You think I look at choose through one where the matey them use? Matey fight and go so psst, psst. Yeah, idiot, man. Police pepper spray. When they take out that, some of them mistake it for all them gun. I mean, Tico, man, which pepper spray? She not get no pepper spray. Listen me. She not get no pepper spray. You see, you could have get a scalp doctor till you're weak. You can't prove nothing in a court if there's inconsistencies in a Nzinga story. Nzinga is not a credible. Listen me, she's not a credible witness. So your argument done. She go on a civil court. Civil court alone this can go. And it's a go civil court and it a go draw out for 10 years. 10 years it a go draw out for and nothing is gonna come out of it. Because where them a go use? The same forensic evidence them a go use, the same inconsistencies them a go use, nothing will come out of it. Alright? Not a pepper spray, she don't get the linja. Not a pepper spray. You know why? Because we have evidence. Say she not get no pepper spray. We have proof. Say she not get no pepper spray. So we at least we know say she had tell lie from the very start. For she, and you go on. She make the video. She and her mother. They make the video and really talk in her video say that she get pepper spray. Then if you're gonna tell such a blatant lie, if you're gonna tell such a blatant lie, Nzinga haircut. If a somebody they kill somebody and tell so much lie, only that say, yo, what be a lie them tell and them get and then send the man go to prison. Look how much lie when I say them tell for one favorite artist. I wanna boss the man for free. I wanna lock up the police woman now. For all of them liar we wanna have witness in our very eye. Come on, man.
What caused it? What?
Look on this. Uno know say woman a tell lie, so she get pepper spray. I wanna steal a tabo. Lock up the police woman. Lock up the police woman for what?
What was the reason for you to trim my daughter's laugh? This have to stop.
Something to come here quarreling, and the other policeman came around there and said, okay, and I come out that the man punched what aboarded the taxi officers.
Look here.
A young man rushing towards the taxi.
What is?
I was sitting in a taxi waiting on the taxi to load up. I was there sitting, I saw a young man rushing towards the taxi. He then came in the taxi and sit down. I saw 2 police officers coming shortly after, asking the passenger what aboarded the taxi to remove himself from the taxi. He did not comply, so one of the police officers came on and draped him. After draping the man punched the police officer in his face. They were...
No man no get locked up in a punch no police officer no face, you know. That no depend no record, you know. The man punch police in the face. That no depend no record. They no find that. Indicom no find that. The DPP, the Office of Public Prosecution no find that. Nobody no find that. People, me can't believe say, come on, people, man. Nobody no find that. No man, nobody no get no thump. Nobody no get. The lady, yo, listen me no man. The lady no get no, the lady say, yo, nobody can find the man that get thump. You know, see the lady. Look at the man. And no.
There quarreling, and the other policeman came around there and said, okay, now come out of the taxi, I go give you something. To come out of the taxi, remove his pepper spray and he sprayed it in the car. I was there sitting down, a lady was there breastfeeding in the taxi. The policeman behaved as if he did not care about what he had done. So I came out. I was angry because I was there observing the protocols, having a mask and everything, and you can't there just remove one and keep on and you pepper spray in the whole car. So I was there, I had to remove my mask because I was not breathing properly. Having on a mask and being pepper spray, you can't breathe properly. I was there to ventilate.
The police said that never happened. She have a mask and sit down in the taxi. The policeman said that didn't happen. That never happened. Everybody want kill Miss Llewellyn.
And I removed my mask. I was so upset because of the situation. So the policeman claimed that I had disrespected him. And he behaved as if he did not do anything wrong. So I was there. They said they were going to arrest me for not wearing a mask. I was brought to the police station. I was told that I was charged for not observing COVID-19 protocols, not wearing a mask. On the day of court, I arrived at court. My name called. I went in. I was told that I wasn't charged for a mask. I was charged for disorderly conduct. I was there. I explained to the judge what had transpired. They did not explain to me properly what what was going to take place. They did not explain to me that I could pay the fine of $6,000. I only heard when he said 10 days in the lockup. So what?
All right. Pay attention to the video. Look at her here. If she claims that the police will her here and cut it, right? She said the police will her locks and cut it. Look on her, look on her here. Oh, the patches them in her hair. Yeah?
I only heard when he said 10 days in the lockup. So one of the police officers escorted me downstairs where I would be waiting for the police officer to come and transport me to the station. On arrival at the Four Pass police station, I was sitting on a bench. I was then asked to go in the bathroom to stand up. I was asked to go into the bathroom. I was there when the Miss Mitchell, Corporal Mitchell,
Okay.
had led me to the bathroom.
She said it right.
She had a scissors in her hand. I did not know what was her intention, but I was there standing in the bathroom, complying with rules or whatever they said. I was there and she said, pull out your hair, let loosen your hair, young lady. And I was there at first. I didn't comply with loosening my hair. And I was still standing there. She said, young lady, you said to remove the squishes from your hair. I then remove my hair. She started cutting my hair. After cutting my hair once, the scissors that she was using did not cut my hair properly. So she called for another scissors. So she cut my hair twice. Because after she used that first those scissors, my hair never cut as though she wanted or whatever. But she used another scissors to cut my hair. I then bent down and took off some of the hair and I had it in my hand. I was there and then she put me and I had it in my hand. I was there and bent down and took off some of the hair and I had it in my hand. I was other scissors to cut my hair. Other scissors to cut my hair. She used another scissors to cut my hair. I then bent down and took off some of the hair and I had it in my hand. I was there and then she put me in the cell in lockup. I was in lockup from Thursday night. I was on my menstruation. I couldn't change my clothes. I couldn't change my sanitary napkin. I couldn't bathe. I got nothing to eat. On Friday, my mother came. On Thursday, I got locked up. Friday, my mother came with snack, water, and stuff. They denied my mother. They did not take that visit. They denied the visit.
They took the stuff, but they didn't take the food from her.
They did not take the food from my mother. They only took the clothing. From Thursday night, I did not eat. On Sunday, my mother said she brought some dinner because Sunday is the official visiting day. They did not give me that food until 6 o'clock in the evening. When I got the food was sour. I couldn't eat the food because the food had closed up with the vegetable and everything on it. So I couldn't eat the food because the food was sour. I was there so stressed out, traumatized. A current situation that happened to me and that still had impacts on me. And in the lockup, I can't get anybody to talk to. I was in the lockup. On Monday, my mother came and my mother paid the $6,000 and I was released from lockup.
Surprisingly, on Monday when I went for her, only to see they brought a little girl to me without no locks on her head. Because I was that I so what was it? What the last?
She was pregnant. She carried a very traumatic experience when she was 16 years old. Path of recovery from a very traumatic experience when she was 16 years old. She was gang raped. She was pregnant. She carried that pregnancy to term, and the baby died shortly after. It was the baby.
This have need Netflix. It's not a joking thing. What am I going to do? This I need Netflix people. This need Netflix there. Because the other mother take her and a fan around them thing there. And it's my little baby. Of course, them a play upon the public's emotions, but it's the same little girl waiting at the station as she want to shoot the police, them and kill the police them. So now she's like back to baby stage. That is possible because trauma. You understand what I say? Trauma. So we can't, excuse me, we can't curse, we can't be mad at her because trust me, them little girls that with man assault and that's what I tell you. So I don't like rapist people. I don't like rapists. I say them forget them figure up on the gallows. I don't like because this is possible for her to be suffering from some form of mental instability where she can harm herself or she will harm herself. And if you understand that in the people, you see, it's just like we saw how she went to the march and she started us cussing out the police. Them and started fabricating stuff that the police them are going to shoot her. And the police was there saying them were going to shoot her. We don't see that on no video. We don't see that. We don't see and the cameras them there. I record everything. And she say, yo, him say going to shoot me. Him say going to shoot me and kill me. And nobody there could testify to that. It's a crowd. She's saying that, you know. And nobody in the crowd was standing beside her. Heard the police said that. You see what I'm saying? So I think this is the time where people need to just come off of Miss Llewellyn with this one. Leave Miss Llewellyn alone. Leave the lady alone and go look something to do in her life. Go to school and educate on yourself so you can go take her job. Because as she are the only thing we have right now to prosecute the criminal them where kill innocent pitney, I kill old woman, I shoot up church and all of them things there. Right? And she are the only thing we have right now. We're brave enough to do it. You see? So if we don't want to take our job, go to school, go educate on yourself and come take our job. You see what I'm saying? We don't need to just chill, calm down. This girl definitely needs some form of therapy. I said this the second time I did a story on this, I said, this girl needs help. And this is a fact. You watch a video them, watch her outburst them, watch the stories them, she not get no pepper spray. She not get no pepper spray. That account where she give about the policeman come pepper spray in the car, if you stand up outside of a car and somebody pepper sprayed and that even come near you, you rub your eyes for 2-3 hours. Or maybe all day. Your eyes them would have red, you would have rub your eyes them, you would have, come on people, stop on the foolishness. She never get no pepper spray. We 100% can confirm that. She not get no pepper spray. You see? So there goes inconsistencies. If there are inconsistencies in her story, it cannot go before the courts. That are where the DPP ruled on her credibility. You understand? Her credibility is the problem why the DPP could not charge the police lady. Right? So not leave the lady alone and stop disrespect the woman for nothing at all. Because we don't see someone call the woman and man of name. A little idiot Gaza bicycle. Where have up the woman. Allow the woman and go look at job. But a profession of a vlog. Big up on yourself. Me say this from day one, Flavor. There is nothing happened in any taxi. Nothing happened in any taxi. She fabricated that story. All right? This didn't happen. This did not happen. Indicom, the government, why the lawyer? Why the lawyer never get a private investigator so he can find the person who get spraying at the taxi? All know them don't put out any form of public search and be like, oh, if you were in the taxi with Nzinga, please contact this number. Or come on, private investigator would have find that woman there already. Them that find the man who thumped the police in face, and them that have these people that give evidence against the police. That would have been the case already, because them people would have been bitter with the police because they get pepper sprayed by the police, and police thump man thump police in face. And she alone in the jail. You see a man in the jail with her thump the police in face? Eh? You see that happening in the jail? Uno just watch that. Uno see a man. Come on, people. The girl is suffering from something. Big up on this. Me get pepper spray that I was hurting for hours. Yo, me get pepper spray already. Hours. Like a fool man I come bow in a like Rasta. We just have to do it like or not like Rasta. It's not enough to do it like or not like Rasta. We just have talk sense.